Walt Maclay from Voler, the floor is yours. Please tell us a little bit what we can do with this IoT or industrial IoT.
Thank you, Peter. First, let me tell you what we do. So we design products for other companies. We do embedded design, medical, wearable, and IoT devices. And what we're focused on is the electronics, the hardware and the firmware. We also have partners that help us with other parts of it so we can provide a full product. And we've been around a long time. Like I mentioned, we do medical, all kinds of different medical, wearable devices. So that's typically physiological sensors and low power and wireless transmission. Industrial devices, I'm going to show you a few. And consumer devices, which often need very tight packing and low power and very low cost. So let me look at some examples. I'd like to show you what can be done today using today's networks, today's AI. There's going to be things coming in the future that are much better, but we can do a lot with what we've got now. So this is a remote tag reader, and in this case, one of the applications is it's worn by animals, particularly cows. This is for a company that was already making asset tags, but they needed an extended battery life and it needed to work outdoors. It needed to work with a lot of different devices in the same area and work very reliably sending data to the cloud. The solution was a low power tag that we created, collected data for more than a year, and it was able to read each tag when there's many of them passing through one area. We modified the wireless Wi-Fi protocol, so it's a custom Wi-Fi protocol, so that it could connect much more easily than Wi-Fi. It would automatically connect to a device. So now they have a new device for outdoor use for extended periods. It works very well in difficult conditions with very little data loss, and it's designed for applications that save time and money. So there's one example of a wearable in industrial IoT. Here's a very different one, AR glasses. That's augmented reality. So you can see through the glasses and see what's around you, but there's an image on the glasses. This company needed some new technology with very tight packaging and lightweight, and they had a tight schedule. They had to have it ready for CES several years ago. We developed the technology. It's got two types of camera. There's a high resolution camera and a 3D camera, a display on the glasses, several other sensors, and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth communication. It was very dense and very lightweight, and we developed it on time and on schedule. This is used in applications, for example, in maintenance, where you may not have, your hands may be dirty or occupied, but you can look up information. It's also, this kind of device is being used in medicine, where you can do an operation without touching anything with your hands. All the navigation is done just by hand motions. Now, this one's not wearable, but it's another IIoT device. The problem here was to detect leaks in commercial bathrooms, where if a leak goes on for a long time, it may be a very small leak, but after a long time, it can lead to a lot of damage. And in public bathrooms, it can be difficult to get the data to the internet through often concrete walls. And the battery life has to be very long. The solution uses a Bluetooth LE transmitter, which doesn't go very far, but it goes to a gateway, and that gateway can be plugged into the wall. So this battery can last for many years. We developed a custom water sensor that works well for this application and lasts a long time. Created the firmware and the prototype, and that device is now available. It reduces maintenance cost and saves time and money for buildings that have a lot of bathrooms. And here's a personal monitor. Now, we haven't designed this one, but we've talked to a number of companies working on this problem. You have people who are in hazardous locations, and you need to monitor the people to see if they're okay. So this is physiological monitoring and calling for help. So the solution would be a wearable device. It would measure heart rate, temperature, motion. It might measure EKG or other things. It transmits to a central location, and it can detect falls. It can detect somebody who's got a health problem. For example, they may be overheated. They may be having a heart problem, and the help can be dispatched immediately. So this can save lives, but it will also reduce problems with OSHA violations. That gives you an idea of some of the wide-ranging uses for industrial IoT, particularly in wearable devices. Thank you.